All right, everyone, day 3 update on the 2-jar Pico system. So definitely was not a fun evening. I just will be blatantly honest. First, we're going to go with the wins, and then I'll tell you what happened. So I ended up getting the light, the sand, and rock all for 20 bucks off of Facebook Marketplace. Gotta love it. Yay to that. Also picked up some macro algae from my local LFS, which I love, Summit City Corals again. Came home, went to set everything up, and the plumbing did not work. I did not take into account the deep sand bed for the macroalgae tank to make it a more self-sustaining ecosystem, and so I had to do a lot of reconfiguration last night. We are still very murky. The water is, just now settling, but we did get it figured out. The concept is still the same. We are still using an air, you cannot see it through the water. You might see it a little bit right there. We are still using an air stone siphon mechanism that is coming up and then down into this tank, and this has a pump that is pumping from up and back into this tank. So overall, the mechanism itself is great. The coral light is for the coral tank where the corals are going to be. The macroalgae tank is off because that will run as a refugium in the evenings. But there it is, the 3-day update. I'm super excited about it. I'm going to give it probably about a good 2-3 weeks of running with just this before we add in any corals or anything. I will do one water change in about a month. So honestly, that's probably when I'm going to add in the corals, is then, because the water change will come from my 10-gallon nano. You can follow along on that build. Also on YouTube, budget-friendly 10-gallon nano grows corals like crazy good. There is a merman brush in there and another macroalgae and some grape chalupa, but you can't see any of that right now. But when I do the water change on the 10-gallon, that water will come into here, and that is when I will add in the corals. Then after that, I will not be touching it. So, not touching it at all. Top off for evaporation. Obviously, I'll be monitoring the coral growth and the cleanup crew, but overall, the goal is to not have to touch it except for RODI water top off. But there it is, day 3 update.